Welcome to the day 5 of the 30 Days Business and Investment Challenge. I know you've been blessed with the series and I know you've been following. So make sure that you watch all our episodes from the day 1 up to day 4 and I know you'll be blessed gradually. We'll be having much of the business and then we'll graduate as well into the investments pattern. So, but stay tuned. If you've not been following our social media handles, make sure you follow, you like, you subscribe, you share our videos as to much as blessing other lives. And today we'll be looking at how to spend. A lot of people do not know how to spend, they do not know what to spend on, even as a business person or as an upcoming business owner or as a CEO or as an investor. How do you spend? This has been a very drastical question in the minds of businesses and investments. And a lot of people have made a lot of mistakes by spending on the things that are not relevant. So in this episode, you will be knowing about how to spend as a business person. Number one is to give account for every income. When you don't have accounting record, you just get okay, I am doing in my business, I'm just buying, people are just buying, selling. When things goes down or things are becoming scarce in the office or the shop, and I just decide to just go to the market and then just get some other things. It is actually a bad way of record keeping because you don't know what your profit margin is. You don't know what you are making. You don't know if you are losing. And some people actually fail without them even knowing. In one of these episodes, one of these days, you will actually know how your business, you actually get insights on reasons or symptoms of knowing your business is about to fail. But make sure you follow us in this 30 days challenge, and I know you'll be blessed. So, what are the things you spend money on? Do you spend money on just your physical look? Okay, now you are now a CEO and you want to dress the biggest of them all. You want to start competing with men that have been in the industry for years. You will actually die. It's just like taking Panadol for another person's headache. You have not gotten to a certain level and you want to actually do some things. You are actually going to die. Number two way on how to spend is do not spend more than you earn. See, a lot of people, they will, once they start making profits, they start making interest on their investment, they start growing well, they immediately start giving unnecessary expenses. How will I start a business and in the next 2 years I'm thinking about buying a car when nothing concerns me with a car instead of developing the business? We're talking about real estate, for example. We know that cars are needed in the real estate industry. We know that vehicles are needed. But if you are building up to some certain levels, there are times you have to grow. You have to talk about social media, you have to talk about reaching out to clients, you have to talk about customer service support. All these things actually connect, they correlate together to make sure your brand builds up. But a lot of people, when they start making it, they feel that things are now working smoothly, not knowing that there are times and seasons. There's a time to sow, there's a time to reap, there's a time to harvest, there's a time, seed time and harvest. You're going to understand this in the 30 days business and investment challenge and make sure you don't miss it for any reason. And now the number three reason is that the first, second, and third year of your business, you're supposed to focus on strategic growth and development. This is where we talk about innovation. Does your company need machineries? That is where you talk about if you're building an industry, for example. You need to talk about things that are trending. Those are the things you need to develop because the more your business develop, the more you yourself develop. And if your business is developing, definitely your net worth is increasing as well. Your net worth is not you as a person or the way you spend. Your net worth is every asset you have, both cash, both machineries, both plants, and both fixing, all other things, all assets inclusive. Those are your net worth. But when you talk about the things you just spend, those are actually expensive, not net worth. So the number four reason of how to spend is tithing. A lot of people go into business without knowing how to tithe. In one of these days, we are going to understand how to tithe in the business. We're going to understand how to tithe as a business person, how to tithe as an investor, so that you do not eat your seed or you do not go and sow your seed. If God is blessing you with a seed, it is meant that it should be planted, not donated. A lot of people have made that mistake without knowing how to tithe. So how to spend is you need to know how to tithe. When you give God, He blesses you more. It's actually, He said, bring all the tithe, gather everything into so that there will be food in my house. When God's house is being blessed, you're actually sowing on an altar. When you are sowing on an altar, there are strategic value that comes to you, there are strategic blessings that comes to you without you even knowing it. How do you tithe as a business person? How do you tithe as a? And we know that tithing is actually the 10% of your interest, 10% of your profit, 10% of your income. Well, a lot of people do not understand this, but within this 30 days business and investment challenge, you will drastically understand it precept by precept. And I stay, if you've not subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe, like, follow, share this video because it's going to bless a lot of lives. The number 6 reason is sowing and donation. You see, it is very good when you start a business, but it is better when you bless men because the prayers of men will make you grow higher. You are starting a business in a locality and everything is about just making you okay. Sometimes you need to come out and say, okay, what are the present needs of the place? Just share to the widows, even if it is just salt, even if it is just rice, even if it is just Maggi, just share to children around, even if it's as little as biscuits. You will be surprised of how they will refer you to greater people. You'll be surprised of how they will refer you to other men. You yourself, you will be shocked. How am I even doing this? I'm not the one doing it. But the thing is that they are actually calling out angels, their spirituality to business. In these 30 days of business and investment challenge, you will understand all these things. So that's why I say do not miss it for anything. You are going to know about how people bless people, how people make men, how people recognizes their interest in a particular sector of business or investment. Now, we'll be looking at another segment. I've just spoken few about how to spend as a business person. Now we'll be talking about how to spend as an investor. How to spend as an investor. I love your comments. I love your appreciation. You guys are really doing well. Thank you for following me. Thank you for all the increase you've been doing. I really love the support. So number 1 way of how to spend as an investor. Do not take your capital. You see, whenever you have a seed, it is meant to be planted. So if you are investing, for example, in stock, in real estate, in ETFs, in bonds, in fixed deposit, if you are investing, do not eat from your capital. You'll be like, okay, maybe I'm going to get money in the next 10 days. Okay, maybe I should, and do not procrastinate. Like, okay, the money comes today, and then I just want to say, okay, I have pressing needs or I have pressing want. I just want to share this and that, and then you just go and take out of it. You say, okay, let me take 1%. That 1% you've taken, you've actually robbed yourself, not knowing. You've actually deceived yourself thinking that multiplication is coming. And then when you invest it and then you see the returns later on, you'll be surprised that, oh, I've made a mistake. If I had put all that money or all this asset into this particular thing, it would have yielded more returns than what I'm getting. And later on, you now say, I have made a mistake that I am not happy about. Number 2 way on how to invest, how to spend rather, as an investor, investment in yourself. The greatest investment you can do is in yourself, not on things, not on properties, not on assets, not on federal government bonds, not on treasury bills, not commercial papers. In this 30 days business and investment challenge, you will understand all about investment. We have the bonds, we have the commercial papers, we have the ETFs, we have many of them, we have the treasury bills. We're going to understand step by step, and I'm going to guide you on how to work with them. Investment in skills, human capital. What do you know? What do you know how to do? People will always want to come closer to you for what you can do. I said it the other day that 3 things why people want to be closer to you: because of what you know, what you can do, and because of who you are. If you can do something, what can you do? What skills can you do? Okay, I can plait hair. People will want to patronize you, and the more you do it, the more you develop yourself into gaining knowledge about it. Okay, I'm into cement business. What do you know about cement production? Do you just know about going to get limestone? Do you know about the crushing? Do you know about making it into powder for what do you know about cement production? If you are into the cement industry, what can you do drastically? Another one is to invest in knowledge. People want to be closer to you because of what you know. How strategic? What do you know? What are the things you know? What can you give out to the society? What can the problem? What are the problems you can solve? Because people will be closer to you because you can smile or because you know how to give jokes. You want to be sure that they can issue out their problems to you and you can provide solution back to them. Another reason on how to invest as an investor is diversification. Ecclesiastes 11 verse 1 and 2 says that put on your investment in different places. The Bible strategically had to say several places. In one of these days, you don't know how one of them will help you. You see, when you want to invest, have this mindset of a chair with 4 legs. When one breaks, there's still tendency of that chair standing because other things are actually, other factors, other business, other investment actually help you. Now you invest in treasury bills, you invest in the commercial papers, you invest in stocks, you invest in ETFs. If you have those four investment alone, you are good to go. Because even if commercial papers is not giving you greater returns, treasury bills can be able to cover it up. But when you put all your eggs on one basket, you take everything you have and you put it in bonds, you will discover that you are not receiving much, maybe 13% or 14% annually, which will be splitted by 4. I don't want to talk much of bonds today. Along this time, you are going to understand about how bonds. But diversifying your portfolio, and even if you are investing in the stock market, there are different sectors you have to invest. Don't just invest in the energy sector alone, like the Energies PLC. Don't just invest in that place alone. Don't just invest in foods alone or carry everything and putting on Dangote foods or Dangote Boa foods or Cadbury. Those are foods that are consumed. Do not just put all your basket, everything in one basket alone. Do not just put everything on one transport business like the ABC Transport, where you carry all your money and then put. What if the stock goes down? Another sector is rising. The value rise and fall, and you can still get dividend. But not all companies pay dividend. And one of these days you will understand this. And if not like this video, make sure you like this video, hit the subscribe button. And lastly, I'll be speaking as on how to spend as an investor. Set a time margin. A lot of people, they want to invest, they don't know when they want to invest. Like they don't know how long they want to invest. Okay, I want to invest. Yes, someone will say, I want to invest this so money. Like someone that met me the other day said, okay, David, I have this so amount. I want to invest it. How what will I invest it in? I say, okay, how long do you want to invest it? And what are your expected returns? What do you have in mind that should be your return after the end of this investment? I say, okay, these are what you should do. These are the risks that are equated to all of them. There are lower risks, there are medium risks, there are higher risks. All of them have risk. So which one do you think you can go for? It was like, oh, I don't know. But I had to, okay, calm down. This is how we are going to do it. We are going to diversify. I just spoke about diversification now. Then you now set a time margin. Do not predict your market, most especially in the stock market. The commercial papers and the treasury bills, they are the ones that can give you, okay, in the next 6 months, in the next 9 months, you are getting so percentage of your money. That's a very wonderful investment. Please stay tuned and continue with the series. And make sure you don't miss any episode. Hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and make sure you go with us on this day. Well, tomorrow's version will be talking more on the power of the mind. Make sure you do not miss it because you are going to be blessed basically. And I know that you are a blessing to your generation. God bless you.